It's lot of echo coming, Shravani.
Hello, ma'am. Is my voice proper now?
Yeah, it's proper. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I extend a warm welcome to respected Principal PCCOE Dr. G.V. Parishwat sir, our esteemed guest, co-founder and COO of Pune Women Solo Travelers and T-Connect, Prajakta Joshi ma'am, Dean R&D and IIC President Dr. Sanjay Lakde sir, HOD of Computer Department Professor Dr. K. Rajeshwari ma'am, R&D Coordinator Professor Dr. Swati Shinde ma'am, IISc Convener and ECEL in charge Professor Anagat Chaudhary ma'am. PCCOE has been consistently ranked among top few engineering colleges in India. PCCOE has been ranked 192nd among engineering colleges in India in NIRF 2019 and NIRF 2018. It has been ranked 41st in India in Outlook Top 100 colleges in private engineering colleges in 2018. This webinar is brought to us in association with MHRD Institutions Innovation Council. The Ministry of Education, Government of India has established the MHRD Institutions Innovation Council amongst all higher education institutes. The primary mandate of IIC is to encourage, inspire, and nurture young students by supporting them to work with new ideas and transform them into prototypes. IIC at PCCOE will be focusing to create a vibrant local innovation ecosystem and startup supporting mechanism in our institute. IIC will be identifying and rewarding innovation and sharing success stories with motive to establish a functional ecosystem for scouting ideas and pre-incubation of ideas. I would now request HOD of Computer Department, Professor Dr. K. Rajeshwari ma'am, to address the audience.
Oh, thank you, Karthik. That was very nice the way you started. So first of all, let me thank our principal sir who has promptly permitted this program. This is our dream long back also. Prajakta Joshi madam, when she came here, we had a very nice meeting with our principal. Lots of echo is there. Can you please mute? Can you please mute?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Prajakta ma'am, my special thanks for accepting this invitation and especially in our advisory board to advise my team of students. Hopefully, we will see the fruits in the coming year. And my special thanks to Lakade sir, who always talks about innovation and innovation council. Hopefully, this meeting will help us to kickstart something new in our campus and further upcomings. So thank you all of you and all the best. Thank you, Prajakta ma'am. You can start.
Thank you. Can someone make me a host so that I can share the PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Before that, I would request Lakde sir to address the audience.
सुरुवात होईपर्यंत वाटत नाही मॅडम कधीतरी नाव घेतात काय
Lakde sir?
नाही ते आपले मॅडम कसे कधी पटकन नाव घेतात ते असं होतं हा ना सगळे तिथं वापस करायचे होते
Hello.
Hello. Ha, sir. Yes, you are audible, sir. Yeah.
Good evening, all. I welcome Prajakta Madam for this particular session. PCCOE has started a Section 8 company, Center for Innovation, Incubation and Linkages Forum, and will be active in motivating our students and our alumni, faculty, and the people who are interested in starting their enterprises or startups at PCCOE CIIL. So we'll be providing the facilities of pre-incubation, incubation, mentoring support, marketing support, space for the startup at our institute. Basically, the purpose of this CIIL is to motivate our students, faculty, and staff and alumni to establish their enterprises and startup at PCCOE and help them in Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative of Government of India. So I welcome once again Prajakta Madam for this particular session, and I hand over the mic to Prajakta.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello, Shravani. You can start the introduction to Prajakta ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, we would like to introduce our today's guest, Prajakta Joshi ma'am. She is a MBA graduate and pursuing PhD in behavioral finance. She is also an executive board member of AWEC Foundation, an initiative for aspiring women entrepreneurs, and is on the mission of creating 1,000 women entrepreneurs. She is an independent director for the Institute of Director IOD. She has received prestigious certifications including property and liability insurance from the Institute of America, Philadelphia. She is a NEN entrepreneur educator. She has bagged numerous awards like Most Outstanding Performer Safeco CEO Award 2009, Best Startup Idea Award Women Hike 2018. She was recognized as a community leader by Facebook in 2018, and even as Iron Lady by Rotary Club in 2019. She has also been a co-author for a SPPU textbook on Financial Management Convention. Her article on Wealth Management Convention was published in 2015. She has various published research papers and journals. She has designed the syllabus for 2 half-credit subjects for MIT WPU. She is the co-founder of Pune Women Solo Traveler, which is featured in the following media: Femina, Sakal Times, Tanishq, Being Women Bulletin, book titled Tales of Fearless Travelers. She is a volunteer and a core team member of WITS, Women in Data Science, since 2018. She has conducted several workshops on the awareness of financial literacy for SEBI. Words are out of scope to introduce her. Hence, without taking much of your time, I request Prajakta ma'am to take over.
Thank you so much for the introduction. And I can say that half of the introduction, what she has mentioned that, I have achieved only after I have chosen to be an entrepreneur. So that's the power of entrepreneurship. So let's begin with our today's session. I would like to share my PPT here. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
So first of all faculties of PCCOE, principal, all the dignitaries, trustees, I really thankful for all of you to initiate such kind of initiative on your campus and inviting me to kickstart such kind of event on the campus. It is my honor to affiliate with institute like PCCOE. For students, I think this batch 2020 is a unique batch in the history, and you guys are the change makers in the economy of India. If you are a part of PCCOE, that means you are among top 3 institutes, right, students? If you agree, in your message box, you just type yes. So if you are part of top 3 institute, that means in India, you are among only lucky 1%. So you are in the cream of the entire economy. So you have to recognize this. And for that, let's clap for each one of us. So you can clap yourself and celebrate your success still here. However, having said that, the journey from here is very enjoyable, still challenging. So because for you, everything has been changed entirely. The way we were functioning just 6 months back has entirely changed. So this is the kind of the change that we are experiencing, and we never know that this thing will coming up like COVID pandemic, and our mobility will be restricted. So many businesses have hampered because of this situation. However, similarly, few new opportunities have come up. So the person who will survive in this economy, who has the vision of next 20 years, next 20 years, how the people are going to choose what they're going to choose. People, what they're going to eat, what they're going to wear, what they are going to take as a precaution. So a lot of things have redefined post-COVID, right? For me as an entrepreneur, in a very short sentence, if I say that there are a lot of opportunities that have opened up, which was not there before. So for you as a student, there is an endless opportunity. Okay, till just, I guess, 2018 or 2019, the mindset of the students were they were job seekers. Why they joined engineering? Because they want some big package. They want to affiliate with few corporates, and they want to start their career. However, the pandemic have taught us many things, and now we are. I think everyone has been convinced that everyone should be self-sustained. So Atmanirbhar is the key, and I think as a nation we have realized that, right, ma'am? So I think
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So before we go ahead, I would like to specially mention that you guys are really lucky to have such kind of teachers around you. I've been talking to various teachers from PCCOE, including Rajeshwari ma'am. Uh, I can hear a lot of noise, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can you please mute yourself, everyone? Yeah, thank you. So I was talking to Anuradha ma'am, Rajeshwari ma'am, Anaga ma'am, and everybody is so passionate about teaching, about students, about entrepreneurship. And that's the very impressive environment that you have as an institute. So you are at the right place at the right time, and I think I have been in this industry for last almost 25 years, and this positioning, like right place and right time, is very hard. Is very hard for the previous generation to come to the right time and at the right place. We have struggled a lot, and I'm sure the audience and the faculties from this audience will agree to my point that we have struggled a lot uh, to come up to this level. For you, it is much easier. However, you have to understand the path, how to go about it, the approach, and most important thing is mindset. When it comes to mindset, mindset develops at the early stage of your life, right? So this is the right time. I think, I hope most of you are from first year, second year, at the most third year. Am I right, ma'am? And I think these are formation years of your thought process. So once you work on your thought process, your journey will become very easy. And I'm here to give you some brain tonic for your thought process today. So let's start. Yeah. Is it visible now properly? Yeah. So today,
Yes, ma'am.
So today the entire session will be how to kickstart an e-cell on your campus. That means the buzz, the entrepreneurship buzz is very, very important. Okay. Everybody is talking about the entrepreneurship and the innovation in this 2 years since 2019. But some of you are, we don't know how to go about it. So today I am going to share my experience, how I have done for my students. I've worked for more than 3,000 students under ESL, and believe me, that's the awesome experience of my life. Creating entrepreneurs is the most important and noble cause, I think, and teachers, faculties from your colleges are doing the same thing. You are doing very important role in the entire economy of our country. And thank you so much for that. So let's understand what is the systematic approach towards the ESL. So as discussed, we are going to complete the following agenda. So we are going to understand what is an ESL. Of course, E stands for entrepreneurship. No need to mention that. What is the objective of the ESL? When you form the ESL, it should formed with some objectives. So we are going to discuss that. Then how to select an ESL members? What should be the structure of the ESL? How to finance an ESL? And how to use ESL activities for your NAC accreditation. So this part may be very useful for the faculties. However, even student should understand the importance of NAC, because you are the stakeholder in your institute. You have to take the ownership, right? So entrepreneurship is all about taking ownership of whatever you are doing and wherever you are. So deliberately, I have added this point, even if this session is for students. Now I will go back to 2019, and there AICTE has developed the policy of National Innovation and Startup Policy. And they have mentioned actually 10 points, 10 important points. And based on these 10 important points, the higher educational institutes supposed to run and execute entrepreneurship, ESL or National Innovation and Startups policy. So the first and important point is strategies and governance. Second is startup enabling institutional infrastructure. Then nurturing innovation and startup, collaboration, co-creation, knowledge exchange, and entrepreneurial impact assessment. These are 5 important points out of that, out of 10 points. Okay. So I hope everybody has gone through the policy. And if not, then today you have to go back to home. Just Google it, National Innovation and Startup Policy. And from AICTE page, you just download the PDF and read it, I think, every day. Every day you should read this policy as Bhagavad Gita, and you should work towards it. It is a slow process. However, it is sustainable. Now I think with 2020 batch and whatever we are going through the change, another big responsibility on this batch of PCCOE is this is the pilot batch of ECEL. So whatever you will create under ECEL, this is going to, you are going to gift this to the next batch, right? How your parents behave. Parents are always responsible, right? They want to transfer something to next generation, few properties, assets. Okay, so they are always careful to create those kind of assets, and some of them they spend their entire life creating those kind of assets. So this is one of the assets of the institute, and you have to create it as a student. I always say that ECEL is not for faculties, and it is not. ECEL should drive by the students. It should drive by the passion of the students, not just the human beings. The passion behind this ECEL is very important, and that shows the result. So let us understand what is an ECEL. So ECEL is, in a very simple terms, it is a club kind of a thing run by student, okay, to experience the startup journey. So maybe we will create few campus companies if the ideas are visible, if the idea is commercially feasible. But in that process, this can be the end outcome, but the starting journey is to come together. Like-minded students should come together, and they should influence other students who are little skeptical about entrepreneurship. And ECEL can draw out talented entrepreneurs, and it is a powerful than placement cell. So any institute, what they do is they recognize their maybe rating based on the placement, right? But going forward, 2020 forward, 2020, 2021, going forward, your institute will be recognized depending upon how much entrepreneurs that you have created. I am not saying how many patents that you have registered. Okay. I know in India, very bright, very powerful, very talented patents are registered, but it has never been commercialized. So that ability to commercialize any technology is all about entrepreneurship. And this is what we have to inculcate in ourselves. Not after 10 years, 20 years, but this is the right time to do that as a student. So what is the significance of this ECEL for you? This is an exciting way to learn entrepreneurship on the campus. So it is not a boring way at all. So you cannot compare your classroom, teaching with entrepreneurship journey, because entrepreneurship journey is so vibrant. and you have to give away only positive energy of yours, and it shows in the E cell. The vibrancy and the positivity and the enthusiasm, all of these things are belongs to E cell. So if you go to any of the institute, you will find E cell is very, very vibrant. Automatically, it is like, it attracts cream talent or cream, I'm not saying talent, but cream entrepreneurs, because it is all about mindset. The like-minded students will come together automatically. And when they will come together, they will collaborate, they will create the synergy. So the outcome will be fantastic. Okay, and it will be, what will be the outcome? The outcome will be the actual startups. And when the actual startups will start, the campus company will start. Okay, that excitement is something, very, 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 very different. So definitely eCell will help to ignite students' mind with entrepreneurship spirit. So I think, okay, so before going ahead with the session, I want to understand how many students have joined this session. Is it for the entire population, or you have selected the students and this session is only for eCell student? I want to understand that.
Ma'am, this session is actually open for all at institute level, and like that we've done the publicity. So it's
Okay.
for all.
Yes. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
You have to come with the open mind, actually. You cannot have that preconceived notion that, entrepreneurship is not for me, or maybe, I have seen people who are struggling in the business and they are not doing much, and they are bankrupt or something like that. No, no, that we don't want to affiliate with that kind of people or that kind of class. Why? Because there can be different reasons for their failure. Okay, I'm not saying that you cannot fail in the entrepreneurship. In fact, if you start early and fail early, and I would like you to fail actually when you start your journey on the campus, because we are there to support you when you fail. Okay, maybe we can have one event where we can share our failures, because that failure must have taught you many, many important things. Once you fail, then you understand the real meaning of success. I'm a firm believer in that. As you go along in life, you will understand the deep meaning of these sentences. So let's start with the objective of the eCell. Ma'am, can I share one video? I would like to share one video here before we go ahead with the objectives.
Yes, ma'am.
Because most of the times students cannot visualize eCell. What is eCell? So how will it look? Or maybe, what kind of people will be there, or what will be the face value of these people. So I would like to share one video, but I'm a little new to WebEx. I'm used to Zoom more, but I would like to share the video. I'll just try whether I can.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Should I stop sharing this PPT, current PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you help me?
Just stop sharing this current PPT and try to switch on that video. It will be visible.
Okay.
Only problem if we are facing is it will be with audio. Let's see.
Okay, so let's try. If
Yeah,
it is,
yeah.
then we'll go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
because sometimes it happens that audio is not that much not audible. Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. No problem. Let's start. Let's try.
Yeah.
Audible?
No, not audible. Actually, it's not visible also, ma'am.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once again.
Okay,
Santosh sir
let
is there.
me try.
I'll just ask the sir from our training placement department if he can help us. Santosh sir? Hmm. No, I think,
Okay. I think from here I have to share that.
yeah. Share that video. Yeah, you have to share the screen first and then,
Got it, got it.
yeah, screen is shared, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just give me a minute. Now it's audible?
Uh, 1 second. I think it is getting played. Video has started, but it's not audible.
It's not audible,
Yeah.
but it's audible to me. I think there's some problem in speaker.
Okay. Uh, any one of the student can let us know. Participant Karthik, is it audible at your end?
No, ma'am, it is not audible.
Okay.
Video is playing, but the audio is not there.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so I think I'll share this link with you. Maybe
Yeah.
you can watch it later.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's not waste time in that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Again, we are on PPT, right?
Yes, ma'am. PPT is visible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. So I will share the link with all of you later, maybe with ma'am, and you can see a few of the videos on eSale, and it is available on the YouTube. Okay. So you can just go ahead and understand how the eSale is look like, what are the activities that others are doing on eSale. So coming back to the objectives of the eSL. So students, how many of you are agreed that we should have such kind of entrepreneurship activity on the campus? First of all, I want to understand that. You can just type, yes. You can type yes if you are agree that you should, involve in the entrepreneurship sale or entrepreneurship as a career, or have you never thought of this and this is for the first time you're coming across? So Vivek is saying yes, Sahil, Garud is saying yes, Subodh is saying yes, Uday yes. Okay, many of you are interested in entrepreneurship sale, or just 4 5. I want to see more yes from your side. Raj, yes. Yeah. So okay, so mostly student wants placement. You know what? If you are a part of eCell, and if you decided that I will work for some days and then maybe I will start my own business. Okay. Um, that is also a good approach. However, you have to make the strategy that I want to reach out to the entrepreneurship, which business I want to be in, and accordingly you have to choose the job. Okay, I have some question, I guess. That chat has disappeared. Okay. Ma'am, can you please brief the scenario when the e-cell of the student is handled by faculty? Is it an advantage or not to students and that institute? Okay. See, entrepreneurship is, e-cell is for whom? It is for students, right? And it is not something which is mandatory and, compelled on students. If students have their own vision, if students have that urge, then entrepreneurship activity will be vibrant on the campus. We are not telling you to jump entirely into entrepreneurship, but I will share my experience here. When I was working with one of the management institutes, so the students who are working in eCell, always they come up with some different personality, some dynamic personality. And the activity and the way they have worked in eCell, it has helped them in the placement itself. Okay, because you have something extra to share. Okay, because when you pass out from your engineering, there will be 50,000 engineers maybe so only in Pune, right? So why your company will choose you? If you understand the business of it, okay, if you're doing job, for example, if you're doing job in Infosys, okay, so what you are doing there? Are you doing some clerical job? No, you are working for the Infosys business. End of the day, it is a business of someone, right? And you are actually helping that person to grow big. So you are just helping Narayan Murthy to achieve their dreams. You are not fulfilling your own dreams. Understand that. You should have the bigger vision when you start your life. I am not saying that job is bad. You have to understand the market. You have to learn the things on other cost. This is how you should look at the job. But your long-term career should be, you have to create something on your own, and you should have ability to create jobs for others. Okay, you should be job creators and not job seekers. Job seeker is a very conservative approach, and it is very easy to do that. However, in sustainable mode, if, okay, I'll give you my example. Till 2017, I was into job, and I always wanted to pursue my entrepreneurship, but for some reason I couldn't do that. However, I was putting in same kind of efforts when I was in job. When I left my institute, what is the value of my efforts? It has become zero. It has become zero when I left my institute, because there is no legacy behind. Only the thing is the team or the people over there, they will say that, oh, ma'am have created the entire eCell, vibrant eCell campus on the campus. But despite that, I will not have any advantage on my own. But if I put in the same energy in my startup, it is a sustainable way. So for next 3 years, I'm putting my entire energy in my startup. What will happen after 3 years, or say after 10 years, after 20 years? That will remain with me. Nobody will tell me to retire. Nobody will tell me that, now we don't want you. And the same legacy, I can pass it on to my next generation. It has that power, right? So I think you have to look at the entrepreneurship in a different perspective, and don't compare entrepreneurship with traditional businesses. If you are comparing your entrepreneurship as a career to traditional businesses like maybe shopkeeper or garage or something like that, it is not the case, because for you the first and foremost important thing is you are learning the technology. So if you are technically very sound, that means 70% of the work has been done because you are technically strong. You have to just upgrade your commercial aspect and you're done, right? I'm not telling you to market your product, right? Maybe you have to focus on product development, and there will be some co-founder. You have to identify the co-founder who will market your product, right? So this is the way. And we are going to understand this kind of approach in coming years. Okay. So, but before that, I don't want you to confine yourself with one thought of having a job. You just come out of it. Okay. You have to come out of your comfort zone and just be with me. That's it. Okay. Read and try to think on this with your perspective, of course. Okay. So when we develop the e-cell, what should be the objective of the e-cell? The objectives of the e-cell is, of course, to educate students on the campus and introduce them to the entrepreneurship. Okay. My plan for PCCOE is during your graduation, every person from e-cell, specifically from e-cell, should be the part of at least one startup. At least one startup, I'm saying. That means he can be co-founder of many. Yeah. So someone is, ma'am, actually I'm from MIT Alandi and we are an e-cell here. Faculties are trying to take in charge who does not have any prior experience. So is this good scenario? Half of the interested students have already backed out. Yeah, and that's the reason, Harsh. I don't want that initiatives to be led by any of the faculties. It is not faculty's responsibility to create entrepreneurship within you. It is not a sustainable model at all. You have to do it for yourself. You have to take the charge of e-cell. Nobody else will do it for you. And if any faculty is trying to do that and trying to drive the entire e-cell, it will never be successful. I'm telling you, it will never be successful, because the approach of the student will be, no, the ma'am is doing it, we are just helping them. No, e-cell belongs to you. It is your ownership. You have to do it. Even in PCCOE, I don't want faculty to interfere in e-cell. I want to interact with the students. I want you to take the ownership. And it is not senior, junior, or first year, second year, third year. Entrepreneurship has only one language, and that is the mindset of the entrepreneur. And I want to talk to them only, irrespective of their age, experience, whatever it is. Okay. And like-minded students, if they come together, they can do miracles. Please understand that. So Harsh, I think let's whatever is happening in the past in any of the institutes, let's not correlate that here. Here, PCCOE, we are starting entirely new chapter. It will be entirely new concept, and believe me, you will enjoy e-cell. That is my promise. That is my promise to you. Okay. So what we are going to do here? So we are going to connect you with the entrepreneurship ecosystem. Now, what is the entrepreneurship ecosystem? What do you understand by entrepreneurship ecosystem? Can you please type on the chat? What do you understand by ecosystem? what is your concept of entrepreneurial ecosystem? Tell me one element of ecosystem. What do you think? Type it on in the chat. I want to understand. Yeah. Interaction and work with entrepreneurs, correct? Yes. Yes, Vivek. Definitely, in ecosystem, there are 4-5 parts of the ecosystem. One is, of course, the university and the institute that plays a very important part of the ecosystem. Second is accelerator programs, mentors, entrepreneurs, okay, those who are actually willing to help student entrepreneurs. See, one important thing I want to mention here, I'm working with student entrepreneur for last 8 years, okay, since 2012, I've started working on entrepreneurship cell. When you go in the market as a student startup, you have a different segment, okay? You have a different value altogether because you are student and still you are trying to do something, right? So anyone can entertain you at that particular stage. Once you pass out from here and when you start your venture, you are one of the common startup. Then you have to compete in the mainstream. Understand this. Okay. So if you want to try your hands in entrepreneurship, you have to try your hands when you are students. And I'm not saying that you should distract from your studies. Okay. Whatever you are, you learning in your college, you can convert that as your startup. And if you are doing this, if you have that capability, and it is not a one-man army, of course. Okay, you will have 4 to 5 co-founders. You will have your own team. Okay, you will have a brainstorming session and all that. So in that process, you're creating memories for life as well. So let's not stressed out when we will talk about entrepreneurship. Let's enjoy this process. That is what I feel, because most of the times what I have realized is, especially in engineering colleges, entrepreneurship is a little bit stressful to the students and not the fun. But we are here just for the fun element. It is your mock startup, or maybe I would like you to start your own real startup and do crazy things on the campus and enjoy each moment. So Ash is saying how to register our startup. So I think first of all, let's there are few steps that we have to take, and then the final destination of the e-sale would be, of course, startup. And we are going to help you with the entire process of registration and creation and everything. But I think the starting point of any venture is dreaming and converting that dream in your business idea. Okay, so today I'm going to tell you to dream unconditionally. There are no conditions attached to your dreams. Just dream it, whatever you can. Okay, and then these dreams will lead to a very different business idea. And of course we will check that idea. If it is commercially viable, then only it makes sense to launch your dreams into business idea. But there is no limit on dreams. You can see unlimited dreams. The structure and how to select the e-cell members. Yeah, I think there is no need to register the startup till it is making any considerable amount of money. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. So I think we will take all these questions offline. Let me complete the entire session, and then we will have 10 minutes for question answer session. Is it okay, ma'am? Anagha, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, in last 5
And
minutes, we'll take question and answer.
Rajeshwari, ma'am.
Yeah.
Last 5-10 minutes, you can ask me any questions, and we
Yes.
will discuss all your questions. Okay? Okay, so selection of the e-cell members. So going forward, okay, I understand that many of you must be having your own startup or having your own idea. So we need such kind of people, okay? All of you, you come together. So maybe tomorrow or day after, your ma'am can have a meeting in one separate classroom where e-cell members will only come, whoever are interested. It is not a mandatory activities for you guys. But if you are a part of e-cell, definitely you are going to learn extra thing for sure. And it is a fun element. It is not a stressful thing at all. Okay. So how we are going to select the e-cell members? So the structure of the e-cell will be, there will be e-leaders. The e-leaders will be people like Ash, those who are really interested and keen on startup, and I think she has already 4 members, and they are already earning. So excellent, great. So these kind of people can be e-leaders. Okay, e-leaders are office bearers. So they typically they drive the entire e-cell. So they will act as a top management. Okay, and e-cell members. So other e-cell members, those who are inspired and they want to understand more about business, they will be e-cell members. And of course, e-leaders will handhold e-cell members in this journey. And on your advisory board, the advisory board will consist of your faculties, or maybe people like Lakde sir or Anagha ma'am and all that. So they will be just on the advisory board. So they will just facilitate the e-cell. They will not run the e-cell. They will just facilitate people, facilitate students to understand. Okay. So, ma'am, if some student is coming to you, you will have to ask him question. तो क्या करना है e-cell का? What
Right.
will be the activities? How we are going to plan? Tell me.
Right.
Let them come. Let them come with their original ideas. Then only they will be able to execute. If you are telling something, it is not going to execute anytime.
Right.
But if all together, if all of them, they are on the same page, and if they have decided to do that, that spirit is important for us,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
Not the activity. That spirit is important for us. We want to develop that spirit in the student.
Correct.
So that way, facilitator plays a very important role. Even initially, when I started, working on the e-cell, even I used to, I mean, because we are faculties, no, we have that mindset, नहीं हमें ही करना है, we are responsible. So I have designed my thought, and then whenever I used to I used to be proactive. Then I used to tell myself, no, I don't want to do that. Let student do that. Okay. So you have to train yourself, and there's a thin line. We have to control on e-cell, and you have to give some liberty as well. So there is one thin line. We have to understand that thin line. That is a very important role of a facilitator. So what is the planned and the systematic approach of the e-cell? Okay, so once you form the e-cell entrepreneurship cell in the campus, and I'm expecting that in next coming 2 to 3 days, you will form a e-cell. Okay, once you have formed the e-cell, what you will do on your Excel sheet, you will identify e-leaders, and e-leaders should be self-proclaimed, and they should come to you and they should tell you that I want to be a leader. Okay, so we need at least 4 to 5 leaders,
Okay.
up to maximum 8, not more than that. Okay.
Yeah.
And e-cell members, maybe even if in the first year Even if you're getting 10 to 15, we are okay. We are not here for the quantity. We are here for the quality.
Right. Right now, actually, we're
Right?
having 10 to 12 members in our e-cell. So mostly our
That's
second year
perfectly okay.
Yeah. At computer
That's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
No problem. But when we will start the e-cell and there will be buzz on the campus, many other members may join in.
Yeah.
But the initial even 8 to 10 member is more than enough for us
Okay. Yes.
because we want the vibrancy. We don't want volume here.
Volume.
And if they are not, I mean, they have decided that I don't want to be get into entrepreneurship and I don't want to spoil myself. If this is the approach, then it is okay that they will focus on their career and they should achieve what they want. But if someone has that mindset that no, I want to do something on my own, then there should not be injustice with them. They should be in e-cell then,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So okay, maybe I would like to interact with each one of them personally when they will join the e-cell.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So once we are together, whoever will be there in the e-cell, so the first activity will be first of all we will have to name the e-cell. Okay. If you go to any e-cell, for example, I have seen the Vibrant e-cell in Pune, which belongs to Symbiosis Institute of Technology, which is in Lovely. Okay, they have the cell called Epic.
Mhm.
Okay, every e-cell has their own name.
Okay.
Okay, I think you also have registered a Section 8 company, and you must be having some name. However, as a student can recognize one unique name. And what I usually do is, even you can have a competition to identify the name. So you just give the cheats to the students,
Okay.
okay, and these cheats uh, with your e-cell stamp or college stamp, okay, and they should come up with the name of the e-cell and the logo, okay, and whoever will come up with the fantastic e-cell name and the logo will be the winner of the competition.
Okay.
For e-cell members, what you can do is e-cell members can charge 1 or 2 rupees for one cheat, okay, because this is self-sustained e-cell, right?
Right. Right.
But the finance will take care by faculty to avoid any manipulation.
Manipulation.
So just it is not a matter of money.
Yes.
We would give this cheat for 1 or 2 rupees, no problem. And whatever we will collect all cheats, like for example, if we collect 100 cheats, the winner will get 100 rupees as a prize.
Prize money. Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
So we don't want to earn money, but we want to create the self-sustained model.
Right.
So we will collect the money and we will give to the winner. So this way you can create your e-cell name and the logo. This is the first step. Okay, once you create your logo and the name of the e-cell, the second is write down the vision and mission statement of e-cell. What is your vision as a e-cell? What you want to achieve? And what is your mission of your e-cell? Any startup, before they start, their top management or their co-founders, they come together and they do this exercise. So for your next engineering years, irrespective of number of years, your e-cell is your first startup. Understand that. Okay, you have to treat this e-cell as a startup, and if you make it successful, if you make your e-cell as a successful, believe me, you will be successful entrepreneur and you will crack the interviews like anything. This has a power, and I'm telling you from my experience. Okay, so the vision and the mission statement would be the next step. Another focus will be on recruiting the best talent. Okay, so maybe department wise or whatever structure you will decide, student has to decide the structure. Okay, and the facilitator will be your faculty. They will take a part in the discussion, but they will not lead the discussion. student has to lead the discussion.
Mm.
Okay, there can be one or two discussion leaders, and they have to discuss within themselves, and discussion leader will lead the discussion. As far as possible, you narrow down your role and don't lead the role, let them lead it.
Yeah.
Okay, and you observe, but you can tell them your feedback,
Right.
because they are learning, no? So you have to observe and give the feedback accordingly. Okay.
Yes.
Now, once your e-cell structure is final, your vision, mission is final, your name is final, you have to work on the calendar of the e-cell. Okay, entire year you have to uh, carry out some sustainable activities or events or programs. What you can do is you can collaborate with maybe industry, corporates, NGOs, and you can create the events. Well, with PCCOE, who everybody would be like to affiliate. Okay, so your job is easy because you are representing PCCOE. Having said that, it is a very responsible thing as well. When you are a face of PCCOE, you should be very, very responsible in the market, because for people, you are PCCOE. Okay, so when you go out in the market, you have to be very, very responsible in your behavior, in your approach, in your professionalism, because for them, you are the institute. Okay, now the second important thing is, once you decide with your name of the e-cell, it should be visible on social media. Okay, so first of all, you have to create the Facebook page, Insta page, and the LinkedIn page. Okay, at least for these three activities, I'm sure students will be very, very interested, right? Because all of them, they like to be on Facebook. But as of now, you must be watching others post. Now it is your turn. You use your creativity and create your posts, create your maybe vibrant posters, or maybe small videos. Okay, and I would like to okay, do one thing. Try to follow all other e-sales. Okay, try to like all the pages whoever are operated by another e-cell, so that you will understand what other e-cells are doing, and try to you know try to do better than them. Okay, planning the entire year in the calendar is advisable. However, it all depends on your academic requirement and your approval from your higher authority, like HOD, principal, and your faculty. So depending on that, you can finalize the plan. Then resource for building and nurturing of e-cell. So what you can do under e-cell, essentially, you have to undertake trainings and mentoring programs. You can invite different speakers who are actually real-time entrepreneurs. Okay. Ma'am, do we have time till 6 o'clock?
Yeah, actually, ma'am, yeah, we can continue next 15-20 minutes. Yeah.
15-20 minutes? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So, so you can invite speakers. So I would like to mention here that whenever you are inviting speaker, don't invite any oldies or people like senior people. Try to invite a younger generation, young entrepreneur who have achieved earlier, so that the student should relate themselves with the successful entrepreneur, that it is not impossible at the early stage. Most of the students, they feel that entrepreneurship is for elderly people, maybe after 30s 40s, but the trend have changed. Okay, if you start early, you will fail early, and you will again successful at the early stage of your life. Then you can do a lot of things like movie screening. So maybe Pursuit of Happiness, or maybe Startup is a one good movie. Job Steve's movie is there, right? So all such kind of movies you can do movie screening maybe once in a month. apart from your regular academic timetable. Okay, it should be over and above. You should not disturb academic calendar. And then plan other activities. Of course, I'm going to share a lot of activities, lot of interesting activities with you as we go along. You can have awards and recognition ceremony. Maybe every month you can identify star performer of your ECEL. So as I told you, name of the ECEL, these are few names of the ECEL that and the logo that other people are doing in the market. So VIT Vellore has a very attractive logo. See, it's a bulb with a rupee this thing mark on that. Even the IIT Mumbai has a attractive logo. The EPIC, as I said, SIT Pune has a very attractive logo. So you can design all these kind of a things for your ECEL as well. Then you have to identify your ECEL members and the core committee. Core committee means for social media, there will be one committee. For program management, there will be one committee. For guest management, there will be one committee, like that. So depending on the task, you can organize a committee. In each committee, there will be 3 to 4 members. Okay. So accordingly, you can create the committee and then assign the roles and responsibility of to each and every member and create the reporting structure. Okay. So every day or maybe once in a week, the report should go. Corporate में कैसे रहता है? There should be dashboard, everything, no? So just Google it, everything is available on the Google. So create a reporting template for yourself, okay? And shoot the report. Maybe every day, end of the day, so that you should have that responsible feeling that, we are doing something. Then the training programs, there should be orientation programs on entrepreneurship. So how to form a ECEL, like today we are doing this session, and then explore ECEL on the campus. You can have a successful stories of entrepreneurship. You can invite entrepreneurs, as I told you. Identify entrepreneurship unique, approach towards their thought process. That is very important. Design thinking approach to create a startup. So there is a design thinking approach. So I can conduct the entire one session on design thinking. There is a basic, okay, so what you can do is, as a ECEL, you can host certification program, okay, and we will have a certification maybe jointly with PCCOE and ECEL. Okay, jointly they can issue the certification. And why certification? Because every ECEL member should go through that process. Okay, अगर हम लोगों को 100 steps चढ़ने हैं, immediately 100 step पे नहीं जा सकते हम लोग. We have to go it from first step itself, right? So the first step is important. So we have like certification program, and most of your faculties have completed that. In that, there is a phase of self-discovery, then idea generation, how to validate idea using matrix, then prototype and MVP, minimum viable product, how to pitch an idea to the investor, and what are the funding resources for student startup. So these are the programs that we can run on the campus as a certification program. Now, how to finance a ECEL? Okay, there can be membership fee, correct? There can be various fundraising activities. There will be various training programs. You can conduct a lot of competition, like business plan competition or idea pitching competition or elevator pitch competition. Or there is a e-week program where the entire week is dedicated to entrepreneurship. So you can do lot of activities under e-week. Once you are done with the, make sure that after each and every activity, you have to document each and everything with proper photographs, okay, with proper reports, so that your institute can use this records for their NAC accreditation. Under NAC, just a minute. Yeah. So under NAC, there is 3.3 pointer innovation ecosystem, and they have given some guidelines how to go about the innovation ecosystem on the campus. So under that, the first thing is they have focused on intellectual property rights, and I'm sure a PCCOE must be doing it. So registering a patent of various experiments and all that. You can always go for virtual innovations as well. So try to figure out how to set up a virtual lab on your campus because of this COVID situation, of course. And try to correlate each and every activity with regards to your startup and innovation policy 2019. And that's the reason I told you in the beginning that every day I think you should read that policy, so that you will understand you are in line with the startup policy. Okay, so I can suggest you few things, like, for intellectual property rights seminar, most of the times they invite lawyers. So don't do that. Invite startups who have worked on the prototype or the patented technology, and understand from them that how they have commercialized the patent. That process is important, and I think PCCOE should host such kind of activities or the talk, where you can have only one dedicated program, and the entrepreneur talk, where they will talk only how they have commercialized patented research. You just focus on that, so that it will help in the long run for the student. Okay, so create incubation center with the help of AICs or for not-for-profit organizations who is actively involved in fostering entrepreneurship, so that if you can partner, because collaboration is the key right now. So if you can collaborate with such ecosystem, it will be helpful for you, because then you can utilize their network, you can utilize their infrastructure sometimes, or you can utilize their resources. Try to create at least one company, okay, every year, and do it successfully. There should be well-defined evaluation parameters that should be established. So matrix is very, very important. And in this, of course, the faculties can intervene and create the parameters to evaluate startups. Then create at least one startup and get incubated by government. That should be your long-term vision. And there are a lot of activities going on the government sector. Okay, there are a lot of schemes for student startups as well, and for other startups as well. You have to just go and connect with them, okay, at the right time. So this is what from my side. Now, if you have any question, just let me know. You just type it on the chat. I would like to answer your questions. No questions? Or are you guys sleeping? I hope you enjoyed my session, and you're all set for the ECEL. Yeah. So Ash is saying she needs to register the startup. It is very easy process. So for registration of the startup, the first step is you have to apply for the Udyog Aadhaar card. Okay, and it is available online. I can send you the link. Now you can ask me any questions. Because I'm on an advisory board, so there is no escape. The entire year you have to face me, okay? And entire year you have to deal with me. So you can ask me any damn questions.
Students, please come up with questions. E-cell organizers, quickly post your questions in chat window.
Yeah. From where should I proceed now for e-cell? Okay, Vivek. So why don't you take the initiative, Vivek? What you can do is, I hope you must be having WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp group of each class.
Yes.
So just announce the venue and the time of prospective e-cell members, okay? And you initiate this meeting and you lead the meeting. Anagha ma'am will be there in the meeting. They will just observe you.
Yeah.
Okay, Vivek? Is it okay with you? Vivek Khatri. Great, Vivek. And then, okay, so in corporate and the thumb rule, now you are a e-cell member, you are not a student, right? So when you are a e-cell member, you are equally professional person. So whenever you are meeting, the first and foremost thing is what? What happens in professional meeting? There is a minutes of the meeting, right?
Right.
So the one person will write the minutes of the meeting and they will submit it to the all e-cell members and the faculties and me as well. Correct? And you should have a record of all these minutes of the meeting. So I would suggest you two kind of minutes of the meeting. One is take a register, 100 pages register. Whoever are the present on the meeting, you just take the signature of all the members. Okay, even if maybe they will not be e-cell members going forward, but if they were present in the meeting, take the signature and write the agenda of the meeting and then write whatever you have discussed in the meeting. Correct? You will get the format of the minutes of the meeting on the Google and stick to that format. And ma'am will help you to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
एक minute, I have just missed. I want to read all the questions. Just.
Yeah, we have got couple of questions in chat window.
Yeah, great. Rohit Agrawal is saying how to persist with an idea while starting it. Starting it is all steamed up, but as time passes, it becomes difficult to continue with an idea. How to do it? Okay, so let's have a session on that. Okay, so ma'am, I'm ready to conduct idea generation process for all of you. So there is a systematic approach because there are a lot of ideas that will come into your mind. There is a process of idea validation. Okay, so getting idea is a very good symptom, but how to validate that idea is little systematic. It needs some systematic approach. Okay, so we are going to teach you in e-cell. That is what we are here for, right? But coming up with the idea is most important thing. And if you're doing it, then nothing like it. It is most welcome. So you should come up with not only one idea. For idea bank, I need at least 10 ideas. Ma'am, Rajeshwari ma'am and Anuradha ma'am knows that. आपका ब्रेन पूरा खाली होना चाहिए आपके आइडियाज को लेके तो ही आइडिया वैलिडेशन हो सकता है. Karthik is saying, should the authorities in an e-cell be granted to a single person or should it be distributed to board of students? Absolutely brilliant question. So as I said, there will be a structure to the e-cell. There will be different departments, okay, as per your plan. So there will be social media, there will be content writer, there will be PR, There will be program managers. Okay. And the responsibilities should be distributed to all the students among all the departments. Even you can have finance department, marketing department, HR department, and all that. I'm going to give you the link of ESL here, which you have missed in the video, and you can watch this video later. Okay. Can you see the video right now or no?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible. Video,
And audio?
audio, no. It's not audible.
Okay, okay. So you can watch this later, maybe. Okay. I think I have sent this in a private message.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
post it in to all attendees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, so Rohit has another question. How to persist with an idea while I think we have taken it up.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions so far? So I'm hoping that Vivek is leading the team for the first meeting of the ECell, and then you can decide the e-leaders. Okay. And in this week itself, I need mail from your side, from ECell side. I'm not saying from your faculty side. From ECell side, I need a mail, and I need the identified ECell members in that. Okay. Create a Gmail ID first of all, of your email, whatever is your name of the ECell, and try to use their drive. Okay, all the files, whatever documentation you have done, that should be in the one drive. It should not be scattered anywhere. It should be there in the drive so that your next batch also should use that same drive. Got it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's 7:58 and it's 6 o'clock almost. And I hope you have enjoyed my session. If you like my session and if you want to be a part of my team in the next 1 year, I would be happy to handhold you. And I want to take you to the certain level in the entrepreneurship.
Yes.
So if you're agree, just chat in the chat box, say yes, ma'am, we are with you. I am with you. Just type yes, ma'am, I am with you. And then I will understand how many people are interested in entrepreneurship. So Vivek is with me. I know that. Karthik, great. I think you have awesome audience, you're awesome students.
Right.
And from which year you are from? Karthik, Subodh, Vivek. Can you tell me about the year? First year, second year, and the department also? Second year. Okay, great. That means we are, oh, great, computer. Superb. So I really enjoyed today's session, guys, interacting with you. And thank you so much for the opportunity. Personally, I really thankful to Rajeshwari ma'am to showing trust on me again and again. Anagha ma'am, Anuradha ma'am, principal sir, Lakde sir, thank you so much. I will be always there with PCCOE ECell, and I would like to take the ownership as an advisory board. And I'm not here just to advise you, but I will be one of your team members. I'll be working with all of you. Looking forward.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'll just start with the vote of thanks.
Yes.
As said by Melody Beatty, gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. With this thought, first I would like to thank our eminent, dynamic, and distinguished speaker for today's session, Mrs. Prajakta Doshi ma'am, to share her valuable time and quality thoughts with us today. Ma'am has nicely explained and elaborated today's topic with so many beautiful or important information like technical entrepreneurship, then students, how they should take the responsibility, ecosystem, e-leaders, then we can say e-cell members, advisory board, different activities to be conducted under e-cell, vision and mission, then the recruiting best talent for e-cell, ECell activity calendar, then we have to be visible on a social media, and what points will be useful for our NAC accreditation process. So wonderfully, ma'am has covered and ignited that spark among all of us. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm sure that this fruitful discussion has brought people closer, and different persons with different mindsets, notions, opinions, and caliber have come together as one to make this event a grand success. On this note, I would also like to thank our PCET management, our principal, Dr. G.V. Parishwat sir, for their constant motivation and guidance. I would like to thank Dr. Lakde sir for supporting us always towards the successful conduction of entrepreneurship and innovation events. I would like to thank Dr. K. Rajeswari ma'am, Head of Computer Engineering Department, for her tremendous support and direction towards accomplishment of this webinar and many more events. I would also like to thank Dr. Swati Shinde ma'am, R&D coordinator, for her dedication towards planning and execution of R&D events. I would like to thank, last but not the least, our ECell student volunteers being scattered at various places, but still they have managed to put their maximum efforts to make this event a grand success. So we really hope to see all our active students and innovative minds on the track of entrepreneurship in future ahead. So with this, on behalf of PCCOE Computer Engineering Department, we conclude our today's webinar. So thank you once again, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and for your valuable time. Hope to have a long-term association.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.